Well, hello, Math Superstars. This is Math 0028, Section 3.3, the U-Try problems. So in this section, we are looking at factoring trinomials that are of the form x squared plus bx plus c. So basically, the nice part about these is you only have to factor one number, the last term, to find out which set of pairs of factors add up to the middle term. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So on letter A here, I can't talk. The first thing you have to look for is the greatest common factor, which there isn't one. So you're going to go ahead and set up FOIL and set up your parentheses that looks like a FOIL problem. Now the nice thing about these problems is that the coefficient on the first term is just a 1. So you can automatically take that p squared and split it into the first places of FOIL as p and p, because that's going to give you that first term. So what we have to do is find the factors of the last number of the 39. You want to find the ones that multiply to that, the factors, but they add up to the middle term. Okay, so we're going to write down the factors of 39. We have 1 times 39. We have 3 and 13. And if you look, 3 and 13 adds up to 16. So that's the pair we're going to use. We're going to put in 3 and 13, and it doesn't matter which one you put where. If you put 13 and then 3, still correct. Now, the sign rules are very important. If the last term, this is on trinomials, if the last term is positive, you always go to the sign of the middle term, and whatever that sign is, that is what goes in both parentheses all the time, because that adds up, the 13 and the 3, to the 16p in the middle when you check with FOIL. Okay, so that's what helps you figure out that middle term. And this is your answer right here that you put in to WebAssign or put on your test. All right, let's look at letter B. Here we have x squared. Sorry, that always pops up. Here we have x squared plus 5x minus 36. So we're going to do the same thing. There is no GCF, so we go ahead and set up our parentheses. Okay, and for the x squared, we're just going to put x and x. Now, the factors of a negative 36. So this is where you have to be careful, because to get a negative, you can have one positive and one negative factor. Okay, so this is where when you write down your factors, you actually want to take a minute and flip them and give each number a chance at being the negative factor. Because if you look, negative 1 times 36 is negative 36, but if you add it, you get 35. And if you add the second set of factors, you get negative 35. So that's why when the last term is negative, what that tells you is that your signs in your parentheses are going to be opposites of each other. They're either going to be plus minus or minus plus. And if we go ahead and write our factors down in our list of factors, write our signs with them, it's going to make it a lot easier to see which one works. So that's the negative 1 and 36. Negative 2 goes 18 times. So I'm kind of checking as I go along. 18 and 2, that's going to give you 16 and negative 16. So we're not there yet. The next factor is 3 and 12. And negative 12 and 3. Nope, those are 9s. 4 goes negative 4 times 9. Right there, negative 4 plus 9 gives me a positive 5. So that's not only the factors we want to use, but also the signs. We're going to put a negative with the 4 and a positive with the 9. So if you take the time to write the signs down in your list of factors, whenever the last term is negative, it'll show you exactly what pair works and also which sign goes with which number. Because that's the biggest mistake students make, is they have the signs wrong. They have a positive 4 and a negative 9. And they're like, well, it's the same. No, it's not. It would give you a wrong number in the middle. So you got to be really careful. All right, let's look at the next one. Letter C, we have y squared minus 9y plus 81. Okay, so no GCF. So we're going to set up FOIL, set up our parentheses, put in y and y. Now for 81, you've got, and it's positive, so we don't have to worry about any signs. 1 and 81, 3 goes 27 times, and 9 times 9. Well, none of these are going to add up to 9, or negative 9, positive or negative, either way. So guess what? This seems like you should be able to factor everything, but you can't. This is a prime trinomial. You can't do it. Or in WebAssign, they may ask you to type in non-factorable, which is a very long word, and I had to squish it there. That's an E. Oh, that's worse. That's an E. So I like prime better, but WebAssign uses non-factorable. All right, let's look at letter D. So once again, check for a GCF. There isn't one. So we automatically set up our parentheses for FOIL and put in A and A. Now, negative 72, there's like a gazillion factors. Negative 1 and 72, negative 2 and what the heck is that? 34. Still not close to 21. Negative 34 and 2. That's not right. Let's see. 2 goes into that. 3. 36. Good grief. Some math teacher. I can't even divide. And I even tried this one before I started the video. It's pretty embarrassing. All right. I know 3 goes. 3 goes to 24. That's where I was getting that. Okay. And if we try negative 24 and 3, look there. You've got negative 24 plus 3 will give me that negative 21 that I want in the middle. So with and I don't know all the factors of 72 like off the top of my head. I have to sit there and go, does 2 go? Yes. 3 goes? Yes. I have to try it and divide it in my head, or, use your calculator, whatever. So we're going to put in negative 24 and positive 3. Now, one thing you should make sure you realize, say that you have this answer, A plus 3 and A minus 24. Those are exactly the same. The order of the parentheses doesn't matter as long as what's inside the parentheses is the same. You're good to go. And the signs have to be correct. So be real careful and good luck with 3.3.